Okay, shall we go to our class?
Yes.
Before we start our class, I would like to say good morning to everyone.
Good morning.
How are you today?
Very well.
Very good to see you today. I hope that the class today make me exciting because what I heard that the students about 20 and what I got more information right now will be about 10, almost still very interactive with the classes. Before we start again, and I would like to ask you that how many students are Thai students?
In this
One.
class now we are 5 and 1 from Myanmar.
One from Myanmar.
Yeah.
I see. The venerables from Myanmar.
Yeah.
How many students from Myanmar? Usually we have from Myanmar a lot. Most of the students are from Myanmar, but the Thai students about 5, right? Or more than 5?
Usually we have like about 10, 11, 12
10, 11 or 12.
Thai students.
Would you mind if you can move to the front table?
It's okay.
In the case that we are recording and your voice also can be entering or maybe near to the plug. Do the plugs available everywhere or only the corner?
Only at
The corner.
The corner and the wall.
I see. Okay. If you need the plug, sit on the corner.
Yeah.
But maybe closer, then we can discuss together. And sometimes I'm also
Gentlemen.
asking you maybe, welcome sir. Maybe I also take the camera to you. In the case like we have two-way communication, then we get to know. Don't go so far, Venerable. Stay in front here. Don't go so far, because the first I will take the camera direct to me first. In the case like we have two-way communication in our subject. Do you recognize your subject? What is your subject today? Historical linguistics. But I asked the Dr. Virakan, what kinds of linguistics and what language should I say? Any language, Ajahn? Oh, that's my point. That is my expect. Because any language, if I have opportunity to pick up, I will pick up Pali language first. Mean we're learning in English, right? But we will concentrate to the Pali. Why do I pick the Pali language in our historical linguistics? I confess to myself that about more than almost 10 years ago, right? I've been lecturing in the MCU, but in campus of Wat Sri Sudaram. I got opportunity to give the lectures in subject linguistic in Pali Tipitaka. You know, make me most excited that the exciting that's been I never know much about linguistics, but when I got appointed to teach in this subject, then I have been through what is meanings of the linguistic in Pali Tipitaka, because I never thought that in Pali we have the linguistics also.
Yeah.
But after I gone through, then my hair stood up, you know. When you get something very blissful or very, very happy, very, how to say, very happiness, then your hair, your body, the whole body will stand up. It made me very exciting to read about linguistics in Pali Tipitaka. If we say about the Tipitaka, how many kinds of Tipitaka that can divide it into for the modern world? We have to recognize that Buddhism is not just only school of Theravada Buddhism, right? Theravada Buddhism is, everybody know that Pali Tipitaka. But how about the other schools? I would like to say the school more than sectarians, or means sects of Buddhism. Sect of Buddhism means the group, different section. In modern day, the world recognizes that 3 schools in Buddhism. The first, the southern school we call Theravada Buddhism. Which country the most well known for the Theravada school? I would like to ask our only one ladies in the class. I'm confess that really 100% I forgot the name, because more than 10 years ago, or how many years ago that we made in Wat Sisudara?
Yes.
Yes.
How many years?
Hello.
I think more than 10, right?
For me, 8.
8 years.
Yes.
8 years before.
If you add, I
9.
nine.
Before we moved from Wat Sisudara to this campus, we made in the Masters of Art or Master degree in Wat Sisudara. And I recognized the face, but I confess that I could not recognize the name. Can you tell my name or your name again?
My name is Lung Napa Pakuntun.
Rung Napa,
Lung
Rung Napa, right?
It's Rung Napa.
Rung or Rung?
Yeah.
Rung Napa.
Rung
Red.
and Rung is different, right?
Yes.
But English is the same.
But English is a
Yeah.
I mean,
ใครขายใครไข่ไก่ อยู่ที่ไหน it's different, right? But in Farang, if in the tone of Farang, ไข่ very hard to pronounce that. But for the Thai tone, รุ่งนภา ทับขุนทด
Yes.
Very good. ทับขุนทด In this for the we call for the alphabet. Most of the Thai people we have no what to say firm. How do we spell the alphabet? If Farang seen your surname, they may say Thap Kun Thot. It's not Kun, right? if we have one more H sound that the world recognize that like a kun, like kun nam nang non like this. Kun nam nang non so kun luang like this. But most of the Thai people who have no opportunity to concentrate on the alphabet, what is a transfer from the Thai to English. That's why Frang could not say ใครขายไข่ไก่ที่ไหนเมื่อไรอย่างไร like this. It's not possible for the Frang to make the pronunciation. Like this, the people will pronounce ทับคุณทด mean คุณ mean like you. It's not คุณ but when we spell already, most of the Thai people are spelling the name and surname by the Ministries of Foreign Affairs. When they spell anyway, we follow that. But some of the people, if they are advised by someone or they are a little bit learned people, then they ask the Ministry of Foreign Affairs to change the surname or the name, the proper pronunciation. It depends on the situation. But Rung Napa or Rung Napa is okay. For the Rung, no one can pronounce anyway. No one. Because Rung and Rung is not no any tone to stress in English. Only we have to make a lifting when we are going to learn. Okay, at least I recognize Rung Napa Thap Kun Thot is the former student we made in the master degree in Wat Si Sudaram. Congratulations for your opportunity to study in the Doctor of Philosophy.
Thank you, teacher.
Very good. And how many Theravada school in the Southeast Asian country do you recognize? How many countries in the Southeast Asian country that belong to the school of Theravada Buddhism? Runapa, can you?
How many countries?
Yeah, how many countries? Just which the country that you recognize?
Thailand, Myanmar.
At least one Thailand. So
Yeah, I know that.
at least Thailand, okay. Myanmar,
Cambodia.
Vietnam, Cambodia, Laos,
Yeah, our neighbors.
Sri Lanka,
Sri Lanka, Nepal,
Nepal, India.
India,
India.
Because
Bangladesh,
Bangladesh,
Vietnam,
you know, this is belong to the school of Theravada Buddhism.
Theravada.
Most of the school of Theravada Buddhism, we follow the text of Pali language or Pali Tipitaka. And some of the country we are mentioned about also belong to Mahayana Buddhism and Vajrayana Buddhism school. For example, like Nepalese or Nepal. Nepal is also several remote or even in the capital city, a lot of Vajrayana Buddhism. And in India, also, so many parts of India belong to Vajrayana Buddhism or Vajrayana school. And some of the Vietnam, some part of the Vietnam, only the part that belong to the former Cambodian states. You know the former Cambodian state in Vietnam? I have learned that more than 20 provinces in Vietnam that it used to be parts of Cambodia. It taken over during the French, and some of them might be taken in over during the communist overrule. The same like some part of Thailand, we lost some part of, used to be part of Thailand, for example like Siem Reap, like this, or Siem Rat. Or maybe some belong to the Khom, for example like the northern parts of northeastern or eastern parts of Thailand, for example like Prachinburi, Satkeo, Buriram, Sisaket, Surin over there. It belonged to the Khom before the Thai taken over. This is the part of, in camp or in Vietnam, more than 20 provinces belong to Theravada Buddhism. But the other parts belong to Mahayana Buddhism. Mahayana Buddhism itself divided into several groups. In Vietnam are different. In China are different. In Japan, in Korea are different. These belong to the other school. But even the school of Mahayana Buddhism, some of them follow the Pali, some of them follow the Sanskrit. It depends on the country. Okay, now we, in the parts of our class for the historical linguistics in the morning, I would like to discuss about the historical of the all, including every school of Buddhism, if you don't mind, because our text here mostly direct to the linguistic. One moment. Sorry. But what I have given you about, what I have given you, have been giving you the historical linguistic is not mentioned here in this book. You know, I just came to know yesterday, Dr. Virikan informed me that, Dr. Sen, are you available for tomorrow? What Ajahn, what happened? I would like you to come and give the lectures for the Doctor of Philosophy student in the faculties of humanity. I never expected to hear about this, because I knew that we have the master degree from Wat Si Sudaram, but we didn't have PhD yet, right? We didn't have the Doctor of Philosophy in linguistics yet. But I have heard about the Doctors of Philosophy in linguistics in Vang Noi. I have heard about this, but I never came to know that I may have opportunity to meet the student in these faculties of humanities, in Doctor of Philosophies, because I confess that I'm in English literature field, but I have been some only in linguistic subject. But I confess that I'm not an expert in linguistics. Then that's why I pick up the English literature. But I was interesting, you know, I have been watching my friends studying in linguistics. For example, like Dr. Vishian, you know him? Dr. Vishian, the Venerable Dr. Vishian. I'm not quite sure he's a lecturer in which subject here. He's the lecturer in our faculties also. His Buddhist name is Parishano, right? Dr. Vishian Parishano. And some other fellow study in this faculty in linguistics in the Banaras Hindu University in UP state, or we call Uttar Pradesh, in one the state of India, in northern part of India. But about 9 or 10 years ago, that made me very exciting when I got the opportunity to be appointed to teach in linguistics in Pali Tipitaka. I confess that I know nothing about this idea. But due to we are the student, I'm still a student. I confess that I am a student of Buddhism now. Why? Because I'm not entering into the stream of noble yet. That means Ati Sila Sikha, Ati Chitta Sikha, and Ati Panya Sikha, I'm still learning. When I got opportunity to come to know about this subject, wow, that made me exciting. And after reading for some time, my hair stood up again and again. Oh my goodness! How wonderful that I came to know that the linguist means the man who learn about the linguistic. Linguist, right? You are, after finish the PhD, you will be a linguist man. Or you can say linguist. Mean the one who learnings about the linguistic. We just make an introduction to it. We didn't go through what is the meaning of linguistic. We will go our subject. Very small booklet, but I don't know. It's very tough. Very tough. Small booklet, but contain a lot. Maybe your lifetime, you have to be studying again and again several times to finish this booklet. Do you believe me or not?
Yeah, maybe.
Okay. We can turn to the page number 2. Okay. Okay, sorry, before the page number 2, we look at the front page first. Historical Linguistics in Pali Tipitaka. Sorry, your version is my versions are different because my version is about 10 years ago. This booklet is still exists. You see? But this one I have only opportunity because one day only, yesterday, I got informed by Dr. Virikan that Ajahn San, would you mind to come and give the lectures tomorrow? I said, Ajahn, what subject? What subject? Historical Linguistics. Wow. I forget this subject already. I didn't realize that I had this about 10 years ago. Then, I forgot everything. I forgot to ask him what time, Ajahn, what time do we have to come tomorrow, and what room. I forgot. I just only excited. How can I do tomorrow? Then I call him again. Ajahn, what time do we have to teach tomorrow?
Morning.
Morning, 9 o'clock. Oh my goodness. What can I do? I didn't check yet that this book is available. But after I left him, I got the information that 9 o'clock in the morning, 9 up to 11:30 or something like that, then afternoon, mean the whole day. Then I left him. Then I turned on my previous subject because I have recorded every subject that I have been lecturing. Since 2539, I've been lecturing in the MCU University, from the bachelor degree, from the master degree, the PhD in the Buddhist faculties, And this is only the first time for the faculties of humanity that I got opportunity to give you the lecture in the subjects of historical linguistics. Then I asked him yesterday, Ajahn, what language should I give? Any language, Ajahn, you can give any historical, linguistic. Then I got the idea. Then after I checked, okay, I cannot print. My printers is, you see, work out not very nice. You see, the back one's okay. I can print only the front page. Then I took this and take a syrup. It is about 300 baht because I heard that about 20 students. Then I make all the syrup. When I reach home, back to the home, when I reach the room and I turn on the computers again and check, oh, I still have time, but one computer is broken. The applications of the printing with another computer. Then I have to replace another computer to put on the printer. The application or the versions of printer is not exist. Then it's automatically updated by the internet. Then I cannot adjust the color because only one thing can do, only print. And we cannot adjust which color is supposed to be, or the color is not very fine. We cannot adjust anything. Then it come out like this. Sorry for that.
That's okay.
But it's okay, right? You can see what is the face. Because this is my activity. I'm very, very happy. After I have finished my PhD from India, I got opportunity to give the lectures in faculties of humanity from the beginning. And on the behalf of the visiting lecturer, because I'm still wondering that to help over there and here for the subject, because in my skill, 21 years in the monkhood, novice and monk altogether 21 years, and now be a layman since 2537, been a layman, 37 up to now. And how many years? Almost more than 20 years already, right? Experience, the skill of monk, the skill of lay, joining, and offering opportunity to the student, to the television, to the radio, because I have all the license for the broadcasting and television. I have announcers, I have the radio and everything. But after I got opportunity to teach in MCU, that's my opportunity to repeat my studying in the Buddhist subject, continuously going on with the subject in Tipitaka, especially for the linguistic in Pali Tipitaka. Even before that, I've been appointed to be like listening, speaking, reading subject. I got like a translation subject, so many subjects, I think more than 30 subjects. But I couldn't write any word because what happened? I myself very impressed the subject exists in Tipitaka. You know, whenever December, I got opportunity to read the subject in Tipitaka. That is made me, reminding me about the previous, when I was a monk, novice. Very difficult to get Tipitaka, to read. Even available every temple. But I myself was a monk. But in temple, Tipitaka may exist one or two sets. But the one who looking care, the one who was taking care, or he is looking care, the Tipitaka, they have very, very secret key. They have this key very, very, very difficult to borrow. When we borrow one, Ajahn, are you finished reading yet? Reminding us a lot, we have to return very fast. Why? Because I understood that they have to take care, the Tipitaka. But do you know the Tipitaka is nothing, it's too easy to read, right? Because the language is more than 80% translate from Pali into Thai.
Yeah.
They have to copy the word of Pali. The meaning is still exists in the Pali. Some more students coming?
Oh yeah, yes.
Come in. Welcome.
We took her seat.
Good morning.
We took a place. So there.
morning ค่ะ
อาจารย์ we meet again. Please sit down. Any place. Okay. Nice to welcome you to the class, Ajahn.
Yes, me too. I'm sorry.
It's okay, because maybe I came too early. I'm sorry. Don't worry, I have recording. If the opportunity is offer me or chance, I will upload into the Facebook or on the fan page of Dr. Sam Chadaram. You can rewatch again. Don't worry. And are you also studying in the PhD in this faculty? Congratulations. And welcome, Ajahn. Namaskar. And we just make an introduction in the morning. I divided into two parts. Introduction to our direct introduction to the subject. Our subject is Historical Linguistics in Pali Tipitaka. Okay, subjects and Ajahn. Very small booklet. But I hope that if you get through all this booklet, next life we don't have to meet each other again, because we will entering into the supreme enlightenment of the teachings of Lord Buddha. That means if you can get through all these booklet, mean you are entrance into the stream of the noble. At least if you are low at one, Soda Banna, you have 7 lives.
Very difficult.
Don't think about the difficult. Just think only, what is the aim or what is the objective of Sotapanna? The objective of the Sotapanna is, okay, we will learn after some time. But now on the processings of introduction. And I just want to repeat a little bit. I just informed I have informed yesterday that I got opportunity to lecture this subject today, and very lucky that this I've been lecturing in the Masters of Art in Wat Sri Sudaram about 9 years, 10 years ago. Then it came to my focus. Then I got the Xerox yesterday done and make only front page, the new subject. Historical linguistics in Pali Tipitaka. But I got informed only historical linguistics. But I asked Dr. Virakan, what language should I put on? Ajahn, you can put any language. Then that's my focus on. That's reminding me about more than 10 years ago about this subject of linguistics in Pali Tipitaka. Because I have no opportunity to teach linguistics in Pali Tipitaka anymore, then I changed to historical. But this subject exists in this. Because linguistics, they are, we call, including every subject in this planet. That's why it made me wondering that how can the linguist man think of an idea to make this subject cover all subjects in this planet in linguistics. But the linguistic is recognized or started about 16th century. But the man who's studying this subject, including every subject into linguistics. For example, like applied linguistics, just take only 3. For example, neuro-linguistic, socio-linguistic, or another one, I forget. Reminding me again. Socio.
Semiotics.
Yeah. Semantic is another part, but the big one, what is mentioned, and I recognize from the beginning, is neuro. That means neuro-linguistics, which look at the representations of language in the brain, right? Psycholinguistics, which explore the representations and functionings of language in the mind. And another one, historical linguistics, which explore language change. You see, on the page number 6, sorry. I forgot to tell you. On the page number 6 in the second paragraph. But okay, we'll turn back because we are on the processings of introduction. When we go deeper, that's what I say. If you can go through this booklet, you are entering into Nibbana.
Nibbana.
Or the stream of the stream of noble. How many stream of the noble?
8 noble paths.
That's the methodology. But the person we call the 4 couple, 4 person, also 8 person. In Thai we call 4 คู่ 8 บุคคล Have you ever heard about that?
Never.
4 คู่ 8 บุคคล Or in English 4 couple, 8 person.
Suffering.
Never.
Okay, now we are on the processings of introduction. the four couple, the first couple we call Sota Patimakha, right? Sota Patimakha. This not exist in booklet, but exists in Tipitaka. The second we call Sota Phala. Sota Phala. Phala means fruition. The fruitions of Sota Patimakha. Patimakha means the person who's on the stream of in the stream of journey entering into Sota Phala. This is the first couple. If anyone entering into this stream of noble will have only 7 life left, or 5, 6, 7. Have 7 life to be born again, no matter in any realm, but not below than a human being. Not below than a human being. But so many of them don't want to come back even to the human being. Even mentioned in the Buddhism that human being is stream of the state beings of the happiness. But it can be both. Mean you are journeying on the thread of rope. You are journeying on the thread of rope. Mean the road is very small, but you have journeyed. But you never fell down into the state of bad Rome. You know Rome? Realm. How do you spell it? Realm. R-E-A-L-M. That means the state of being. Realm. Very hard to pronounce this word.
Yes, because of the love and mercy.
Yeah, love and mer sounds coming together. Realm, you see, it's very difficult. But not go below than a human being. For example, like the most famous during the times of Buddha, there are two persons, very well known, especially for the cities named Sravasti, or in Pali we call Savatthi. One is Anandabindika. The second is Visakha Upasika. Visakha Upasika. Visakha. The same Vesak day. Vesak day. Mean Vesak is the month of 6. Vesak is Pali. Mean the month of 6. 6 mean number 6. Number 6. Visakha, maybe she was born in the month of 6. Then she was named Visakha. When she died, she was in the stream of the first, Sota Patimakha and Sota Phala. Now she was born in the stream of the state of Paranimitta Savati. It's mentioned in the commentary. But I didn't gone through yet, but I heard from some of the monks. I had never been to Paranimitta Savati. But I've been listening. I've been informed by one venerable. One venerable has made me wondering and made me very exciting to listen. Whenever I go back to my room, to my home, I will turn his on immediately. And whatever I'm doing, except chanting, I will turn him off. Even I'm sleeping, I'm still listening to him. This venerable named Phra Ajahn Sombat Nantiko. Anyone ever heard about him? Phra Ajahn Sombat Nantiko. You may put in Thai or in English. It will appear in your Google. He is very, very, I can say that, wonderful monk, wonderful student in Buddhism that accept the most venerable พระพุทธโฆษาจารย์ปอประยุทธ์ประยุทธ์โต that is the great teachers of our MCU, and I could not get anyone to compare to him. He's not gone through every Tipitaka, but whatever he had been recording by the disciple, by his disciple can be in Thailand, in Laos, or in anywhere. When he been anywhere and he lectures any subject, all his disciple recording, and they immediately upload onto the cloud, or sort of the cloud. That about 6-7 years ago, my wife got this MP3. Then I got opportunity to listen. My goodness, how can he do very, very, what is it, unselfish, without any design, without any greedy, without any self-ego, to do lecturing this subject. Then all disciples upload into the cloud. And I can say that now benefit to everyone who is interested about Buddhism for purifying oneself to be on the stream of any 4 couple or 8 persons. We got 2 already, right? What is the first one? Person? Sotapatimaka. Very good. The second? Sotapala. Very good.
You didn't tell another 2 couples.
Yeah. I just wait. Because today in the morning we will go through all this introduction. And I can't imagine that how can I finish introduction just only in the morning. Maybe I have to go on with the parts of introduction in the parts of the afternoon too. Because this subject, what I say, if you've gone through this booklet, you will be never come back to this planet, or not just only this planet, in billions of the universe. You never come back. Why? Because you are in the stream of Noble One. If you are in the stream of the Noble One, you never come back again to be suffering again. Don't think as the other school of Buddhism in Thailand. Some school of Buddhism in Thailand, they expect that the Rome, the state of the Nibbana, they are this big, they're small, there's qualities, a lot of jewelries and a lot of ornaments in there. That's the Romes of the Nibbana. That's kinds of self-Nibbana. Not self of the Nibbana are mentioned in Tipitaka. But I don't mention that which group of the school in Thailand. You may understand by yourself in the future. You may listen about this mentioned by the group of the school of Buddhism in Thailand, especially for Theravada Buddhism. Now, because of the free choice for the Buddhism, most of the Buddhists in Thailand, the Buddha never made it compulsory. But you know, the first of the treasures, you know the treasures? The treasures mean the wealthies of Buddhism. The first stream of the 7 treasures of Buddhism, it starts from faith. Mean, if without the faith, without the belief, without the confidence, you never gain what is the teachings of Buddha. We call 7 treasures, or in Thai we call Ariya Sap 7 ประการ It starts from the Sattha. After Sattha, Sila. Sattha means confidence or faith or belief. Sila, it can be 5 precepts, can be 8 precepts, can be 10 precepts for the novice, can be 227 of the monk, or can be 311 for the bhikkhuni, or can be 21,000 in Vinaya Tipitaka. That we call Sila. Without the Sila, never gain into higher in another treasures of Buddhism. What is the last one? Panya. Oh, sorry. Before the last one, number 3. Hiri. You know Hiri? Hiri means shame to do bad thing. Shame means it's like inspiring to control you. Don't do that. Now you are PhD of the linguistics in MCU. How can you act as a bad thing like that? Means shame. That's a shame. I didn't say to anyone. Okay, this is according to the teaching.
Yes.
Hiri means afraid.
Yes.
Afraid to do bad thing. Mean like a man in Chiang Mai got to know that a millionaire ladies then kill her, and then he expect that he will get million from her, and now what happened? Sleep in jail, and maybe he may execution because it's too cruel to kill someone who is in the moral status. She is practicing Buddhism for so long, but with a man with a lot of greediness and kill because no moral in society. But we didn't mention to just specific to whom. But after moral subjects are cut off from the society, the Buddhists have no opportunity to learn what is the moral. That's the shame of the government. I don't mention the rich government. Many years ago, 2525 Buddhist era, these moral subjects are cut off from the Thai society. But it's more shame than that. The Thai government, how many government from now up to here, right now, never have any idea to bring the moral subject back to the Thai society? Do they want the society to be more worse and cruel than this? The world recognizes Thai society, the most lovely society. But now what happened? They cut off. They cut off the throat. You can't breathe with the moral. The moral subject is gone. Only special one, a man or any man in the society, even reborn in the remote country, got opportunity to ordain to become a Buddhist novice, become a Buddhist monk, and got opportunity to learn by themselves. That's only few percentages. But a lot of people, more than 60 millions all over the country, have no opportunity. Only a few people get opportunity to study abroad and get the idea from abroad and just pushing in this society without recognize that the moral is the soul of the society. The moral is the soul of the society. Now, every dead body walking on the street, every walking street, more than a zombie in movie right now. You see the zombie. That's the sample. The world is plenty of zombies. Who's going to bring this soul back to that zombie? But now Thai society become a zombie. This no one recognize. Only few people recognize, the learned people. But how many people not talk about learned, just been in USA, been in England, been in the Western country, and then thought, oh, Western country more developed than our country. We want to bring the developing society back, come to Thai society, without realizing that Thai society is the most firm with the moral. Even you have been destroying more than 2 decades, more than 3 decades, but you still have the moral people exist right now, but less number. The world still recognizes Thai society is the best society. Okay, Thailand is the world center of Buddhism in Thailand. World still recognize that. Okay, Thailand, in the case of United Nations, recognize Vesak Day is the United Nations holidays. Okay, Thailand be the hostess for several years. But you see, the one who have the powers, only few people to manage this country without recognize that. Your wealthy, your treasures almost lost. But we only, many of them, oh well, Thailand is very good. Thailand is very great. But yeah, be proud, but how can we bring these treasures come back to the Thai society again? The Venerable who found this, almost the founded one. The first student, the most venerable Puttakosajan, Payutto, the first student in this MCU. He reminded us more than 30 years ago about this situation, but very few, the academic management in the school or in the ministries of education aware, even someone aware about this misuse of the treasures in Thai society, but they came to know after already retired. When they retire, oh, I just came to know that this is the most valuable thing. But they already run out from the Ministry of Education. They can do nothing. But even Ministry of Education, come again. But most of the kinds of the people who just wanted to input the Western thought into the Thai society without realizing the truth. The Venerable had been telling us more than 3 decades, but still very hard. I think the big job for all of you. I'm retired already, but my mouth's not retired. My mouth's not retired because I'm not the first thing yet. You think? 100% I will be born. But to born in which state, then I'm not quite sure myself too. Because before I came to know what is the great treasures in Buddhism, I was a hunter. Before I ordained to become a novice, I hunt since I was young. But what can I do? My family needed food. My family just eat, only right now still alive, 9 persons, just one family. 3 are passed away. Then if not passed away, means 12. My family, they need food. what I have listened from my parents, so not my parents, my mom, because my father, he'd been a monk for 5 years. He know what is right and wrong, but he never inspiring me. Okay, you go and kill that, kill this. No, you know. But my mom, oh, you are great. Oh my goodness. Oh, you are great. You are a great hunter. My relative, oh, he's a great hunter. You see what happened?
So you went fishing too.
Not just only fishing, I have every tool, the gun. I start from the gun. The beginning is a gun saw, the powder gun, and the arrow gun is a handmade gun.
Arrow too.
Arrow, that's a simple, but the arrow, is we call the slipper, the rubber gun. We make the gun very much like the gun, but it's inspiring or pushing by the rubber. The rubber.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then you didn't need to pull a trigger.
No hand bullet those days yet, but I have only the powder gun, the long one. When we are sitting on the wrappings on the tree, we can choose about
Birds.
50 meters, 100 meters, like that. Okay. Only one thing we know that to get food. You see? That's why I didn't blame what I say about the educated people who've been abroad. But the beginning, the family not firm with the moral before they leave the country, before they left the country and study abroad. Then when they input the knowledge from the Western society without the reflecting from own moral in own society, they accept every knowledge from the Western because they thought with the misuse that the Western more developed than Thai society. The same to me. I was inspired by the family. We need the food. We need the food. But nowadays, if I born in this day, we have nothing to hunt. Now only the ground field, only dry field, right? You go everywhere. When I was the young, since I was more than we can walk, follow the father and mothers in the field, and when they plant the land, the crab, the fish, the frog, anything on the ground, we hunt with the 2 hands.
If the rice fields.
Yeah, rice field. Those days very, very fertilized and very wealthy with all kinds of life because no chemical, nothing. Very, very rich, fertilized, and rich the species of life also. That's easy for us to hunt. But now they don't expect that. The rice field, even the grass, they put the chemical. Because they have no cow, no buffalo to feed with the grass anymore, then they put the chemical to kill the grass. And what happened? All the bird, all the species of life is dying. They may not have opportunity to kill because
That is a destruction.
yeah. Different situation, different circumstance, different situation, different action of the karma. Sorry for the little bit of personal life because I wanted just to get familiar and you know me better, but you have no opportunity. Maybe in the future, or maybe in the afternoon, I would like to ask some of you to come and express what you are thinking a little bit, because it can be included with the part of introduction of our subject, and maybe the subject is inside already. And I will point one by one for you to go through slowly, since your life is gone. I'm sorry, I'm not going to curse you because I'm 100% sure that I'm also going to die, not only you. Because everyone who's been born, that means everyone is going to die. Not a cursing. That's according to the teachings of.
That is a circle of life.
Yeah. Only if you go to the first stream, then you can pick up higher. And if you don't want to come back to this planet again, or this state of beings again, you can make your expectation from now on. How? You do any good action. Action, how many actions are with our life? Three, right? Okay. First one, sir? Kaya Kamma, Kamma. That I wanted to share the idea. That means to inform that students in this class have the historical backgrounds of knowledge about Buddhism, especially for the monk, or especially for the one who has been a monk before become a lay people. They got this opportunity and learn, but not everybody. That to confirm about what I say, if the Thai society had been continuously going on with the moral without cutting from the school the subjects of moral subject in the school, we still confirm that Thai society is, as the world admiring that Thailand is a world Buddhist center or world Buddhism country, and the most recognized by the United Nations, the Thai society is still very good reputation, except 1, 2, 3 is broken the lines and make things in bad shape for right now. But the most significant is the big umbrella still no room to make the shelter for the Thai society being back to the moral yet, because still blind faith leading blind faith. You know blind leading the blind? Can you imagine how the blind leading the blind?
Imagine the bird.
Beyond the imagination, right? Beyond the imagination. The blind leading the blind. Okay, if the blind, one blind is an expert, but it still be the blind. Right? Still be the blind. Mean you can go only following the line that the world recognize or you are learning. But beyond that, the blind cannot go. The blind only the one who make the signal or make the dot 1, 2, 3, then follow the line, the line, right? Or the bell language, okay. But how many people can make the moral teaching into the blind or to the Bell language? And it's not just only language in learning about the historical linguistics in Pali Tipitaka. Because Gaya Kamma, Vachi Kamma, and Mano Kamma, not just only mention that Gaya Kamma, you follow by your eye, your ear, your nose, your tongue, your physical body, in your mind. Need to skill of the mind must be practicing. That's why the Buddhism is, I'm glad that came to know last year, Sri Lankan people, the government, made the proposal that Tipitaka is the world heritage. You see, many things Sri Lankan people, they are pioneer. Vesak Day, also the Sri Lankan people make the proposal to the United Nations that Vesak Day should be the united holidays between the two countries, Thailand, Sri Lanka or Myanmar, about this true principle or the significant Theravada school Buddhism. But due to the Myanmar may be very strong in moral because Myanmar used to be colonized by the Western. Myanmar aware about the Western is not like a Thai imagination. The colonized people, they never say, oh my baby, no, they just wanted to get what the baby have, right? But I don't know, one colonized country better than another colonized country, because so many currents of the colonized country. Oh, oh, sorry. Recognize that we just only first streams of the 4 couples and 8 person. We will come to go on in the afternoons about the other for the introduction of our subject, Historical Linguistics in Pali Tipitaka. Thank you for reminding me the lunchtime, the Venerable, and see you in the afternoon. Thank you.
Satu. Why satu? Good morning. My research very good.
Sorry, lay people. Any question before you left the room? Because I want the monks go first. But lay people, you also have to go up in the 3rd floor for lunch, or you get the free lunch. Oh, sorry.
We go out. We go
Go
out
out.
for
I
our
see.
own lunch.
Okay. No question? Any question before?
It's only
Repeat the
introduction.
counter again at
Oh.
1 p.m.
Okay. 1 p.m., right?
Yes.
Thank you.
Okay. Thank you. Is it free or is it?
We should pay.
I say up to you because altogether I make a Xerox about 300 baht.
We will do that.
You collect up to you. Thank you for the asking. But if I'm still rich, now I owe the radio stations about 36,400 baht. I still owe them. But anyway.
We will collect
Yeah.
money for
Yeah.
future.
But I told you that only 300 baht I make a Xerox.
Yes.
You can share each other.
Yes.
And I will give the other student, or should I leave it here or?
You should leave it here.
Okay. Who is the head of the class?
This beautiful lady.
He can take care of the.
Room Napa, right?
Yes, yes.
Maybe somewhere here. Distribute to the
ออก
everyone.
ไปกระพงเดี๋ยวมันจะหายไปหมด
This beautiful lady would take care.
Beautiful rainbow lady.
The most appreciation that I came to know my student in the master degree still exists here.
Yeah.
But what I have seen, many of them, Ajahn, did you recognize me? Now I'm a doctor. Wow! Many of them are doctors already.